Welcome back to FSN Rewind. I'm Will Fleming. Tonight, a look back at the regional semifinal between the Chantilly Chargers and the home team, undefeated Westfield Bulldogs. Well, it did not take long for Westfield to get on the board. A 2-minute, 50-second drive right out of the gates. And who else? DeLon Richardson was the stud, as usual, for Westfield. He got them near the goal line, and then on the very next play, went off right guard to get Westfield in front. And yet another uphill battle for Chantilly. However, Chantilly drove down the field on their first drive, but Ross Sims was stacked up at the 5, a huge defensive stop for Westfield. Then it was Richardson again getting Westfield out from the shadow of their own goal line. Many runs like this for Richardson. It would be pushed back a little bit with a holding penalty, but a massive gain for Westfield, and they would go on to punt the football away. Then Chantilly got the football back, and that was a common sight tonight. We saw a whole lot of Romine to Huelskamp. He was his favorite target, this time on the right sideline. Another pickup. He had 3 catches for more than 20 yards. And then the aforementioned Ross Sims went off left tackle to tie the ball game at 7. Chantilly's defense really stood tall after that opening drive. Then, however, Chris Mullins, a play-action fake with Richardson on the bench. He went deep and really connected over the middle with Devin Burns, and then would keep it himself into the end zone to put Westfield back in front. They would miss that extra point, and Chantilly would not quit. Ross Sims, another huge gain. He gashed this Westfield defense all night long. This time chased down from behind, saving a touchdown, was Tommy Weston, but Sims well over 150 yards. And then as Westfield ended the first half, a real gamble with 3 seconds on the clock, they gave it to Richardson, and he put them ahead by 13. Then, though, things went south for Romine and the Chargers. The first of 3 second-half interceptions, this time hauled in by Connor Rogers. And Thrash Walker would cash in with a big run inside the red zone, down inside the 10. He lost his helmet, picked up 30 yards, and that would set Westfield in motion again. And as DeLon Richardson came on for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the ball game. At that point, it was 34-7 and looked like Westfield would cruise to a victory, especially considering that Romine threw yet more interceptions. That time, a jump ball won by the Bulldogs, and Romine, for good measure, his 3rd rushing touchdown. So it looked like this one was ready to get salted away, but Chantilly just would not say quit. This time, it was a beautiful pass on 4th down, caught in the end zone by Hunter Reynolds to pull the Chargers within 20, and then in the end zone, DeAndre Harris, the running back, another good throw by Roman. So they really kept on coming. And then, kind of the turning point in the game, a Walker fumble on a kickoff. You thought that Chantilly had a chance to get within 1 score. At that time, there were still 6 minutes on the game clock, but they could not score. The Westfield D stood tall as Romine threw yet another interception. At that time, there was 4 minutes left in the ball game, and Westfield looking to salt the game away, but a quick 3 and out. Chantilly defense great, and again more Ross Sims, another huge gain that put Chantilly ever closer to scoring. Sims would later leave the game in an ambulance after a big gain, but not before Chantilly would turn the football over again. Yet another interception in the end zone. This time it was Tommy Weston, his 2nd pick, but Romine got the football back and got into the end zone. However, an onside kick recovery iced it away for Westfield. So they hold on to win it. 34-27 was the final here tonight. The neighborhood rivalry goes the way of the Bulldogs, and they advance to see Oakton in the regional championship. Will Fleming saying goodnight. This has been another edition of FSN Rewind. Westfield beats Chantilly.